Howdy folks, TJ here, or Wow Man, one of the t-shirts of thousands that I seem to get during Christmas time. Finally broke out a new t-shirt today. Thought it'd be time to wear this one and tie some Kebari or flies. I thought it'd be fun to kind of show you my Kebari tying station or desk and show you what type of stuff that I have in it. I've got really too much because I only tie one pattern of fly. But back before I got into Tenkara, I had started buying lots of stuff to kind of say, oh, I need this, I need that, and I'm not just going to throw it away. It's nice to have it just in case I want to tie something different down the road, or friends come over and need something in particular. But I don't really have too much. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to show off my fly tying table and what I go through to tie flies. Right now it's nice and clean, but normally there's a piece of cardboard on top with a whole bunch of my wife's figurines, so it takes me, it seems like an hour to get everything carefully moved off over onto another table so I don't break something, and so I can just tie some flies. Same thing goes for my barn out in the backyard. I got a nice barn out there, and it seems like it takes an hour just to get in there to get something out. Drives me nuts, but that's what happens when you have one too many gadgets and goodies. But testing out my new light in this room. Normally this room's kind of dark and it's kind of hard to take clear video, but hopefully this is showing up good. I'll be checking it here in a moment, but let's go through the motions, show off my table here or desk. All right, so I've kind of cleared things out a little bit like I had mentioned before. Normally have a piece of cardboard over my fly tying table because this cat stand here is a great launching post for 3 cats to jump off and land on my nice wooden table and go, scratch it all up, and it's crazy. So I got to kind of get to my table and take all this stuff off. But cleaned it out today. Going to open it up, kind of show you a few things that I've got ready to go in here, and then I'll do a close-up of my goodies inside. So it's a nice single-person fly tying table. Nice fish handle here. Let's kind of lift up and get this out of the way. This kind of pulls out, giving you more work space. I've got a lot of my feathers that I normally use right there. My vise. Some things I typically don't use, but they're too big to put anyplace else. My Dr. Slick. I normally pop that open, grab 2 things from it. My nice scissors and my nice thread feeder for my bobbin. Then get that out of the way. Top 2 drawers over here, I've got some tools that I use quite a bit. And so I've got a couple of nice bobbins pre-rigged up, one black, one white thread, my hackle plier, needle. Already got my glue and stuff out, so basically shimmying stuff around a little bit. I just need to grab some hooks. And I notice I need to buy some more size 12, and that's what I need to tie today. So hopefully I have some stashed someplace else. So that's the basic scenario to kind of get started. I'm going to peel in here, get closer, and show you off what's in each of the drawers, and then get started tying some Kebari. All right, let's show off a little bit of my fly tying tools. Here's my vise. It's made actually over in Slovenia. I purchased it when I first started getting into fly fishing. It's really kind of a cool vise. The gentleman over there doesn't make them anymore, but it was one that really caught my eye, a rotary style vise, and really cool. So that's my main vise that I use. And then I have a nice hackle plier. I normally have 2 bobbins pre-rigged up, one with white thread, one with black thread. A needle. Needle always comes in handy. Nice pair of sharp small scissors. These are Dr. Slick brand. As well as a bobbin feeder in case my thread comes out of the bobbin. I use this to get it back in, or I could just actually do another way too. But figure I got the tool, might as well use it. Some size 12 fly or hooks. I've only got 1 left. That's not good. So I'm going to tie 1 fly today. Yeah, that's going to be good. I should have some more in the other room, hopefully. Some head cement, paper towels, place to put some flies. Oh heck, I have a fly in here. I've got one. All right, I can go fishing now. Little bus that I put the finished flies in. Wife got me that. And so I normally, if I want to just tie some quick flies, I've got this black and white hackle that works good. The fly I'd like to normally tie, though, is with two different hackle, white and black. So I'm going to tie some of those today, I think. Well, one of them. And then I've just got bags of stuff, leftover feathers, and you name it. So I'll keep these three on the ready for me to tie some flies today. Let's see, do I have all the drawers in the image? Yeah, it looks like it. So I don't have tons of stuff, but let's go give it a quick look through. So we'll start with the middle. I've got some extra hackle that I purchased over time. I think this one was a cool orange color, if I remember. Actually, there's two of them in here. Yeah, this one's kind of got like a magenta or purple and black. A little bit darker. Really pretty. So I keep those in case I want to just change things up a little bit. So that drawer just has that. Same thing for pretty much this. This one's a beautiful orange color. Hooks. All sorts of different sizes of hooks. Probably shouldn't pull out the drawers because it'd probably take me 5 hours to get them fed back in. So I've got Siberian Husky and Australian Shepherd. Well, our Aussie Autumn passed away a year and a half ago, but I still have Kira. And this is fur from them. And I love to tie flies from them when I can. So I've actually got it on the ready if I want to use it as dubbing, which is kind of fun. And I've got some thread in here. Here's the Kira's, the Huskies. She's a little bit lighter color. So some of her fur. I got as a gift one year floating for my wife. I never use floating, but I have floating. All sorts of different fly, or I should say thread. Gotta get that out there. Yeah, more of the same. Bobbins, thread. As you can see, it's a repeating pattern here. This is like dovetails, so it's kind of hard to get in and out. More tools. I won't bore you too much with this. Yeah, basically more thread and tools and stuff. This is pretty cool, though. I got this from Dr. Ishigaki. If you're in the Tenkara, you know his name. It's a pair of scissors. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? So I have that as part of my little collection. And I keep that protected inside my fly tying table here. So let's go ahead and I'm going to get this all rigged up and then start tying some Kebari. All right, let's try to tie a Kebari and have it actually come in clear enough. I've already tied in or locked in my vise my hook. I'm just using a red hook right now. I normally like to use a size 12 Tiemco particular hook, but I don't have any more. I didn't realize I ran out, so I'm just going to use what I have. And I need to prepare 2 feathers. And you'll see they're both different sizes, but I'll show you kind of what I do. So this back fluff stuff we don't need. So I'm going to go ahead and peel that stuff off. Discard it in my little trash bin. And then cut, leaving roughly about a 1/4 of an inch or so. Just enough to kind of grab onto. Pull a couple more feathers off here. So white one's about done. Now let's do the black. Same thing. Gonna take off the back fluff. throw it away, snip off the end. Now I need to try to make these two feathers about the same length so I can try to tie them in. So I'm going to snip off the white to kind of match the length of my black. So now I've got my two feathers ready to try to tie in. Before I can do that, I need to go ahead and start my thread. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with the white thread, and I'm going to tie that in. It's kind of weird tying from an angle like this. And I haven't tied many flies this year, other than two, because I tried to video this already and it wasn't coming in too well. My head was in the video for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and create a body here in white at first. And I need to create a bigger head up towards the eye of the hook. So let me go ahead and harp on that area for a bit. It's looking pretty good. So then I stop about halfway, and it's time to try to tie in the two feathers. So let me get those in my hand so I can try to get it in the video. So I put the two together. I'm holding on these little ends here. All the while I need to go ahead and get my bobbin on the ready, take up some of the slack. I've got the contour or the angle kind of going down like this on the feather. And tie them in. And then just tie it back here. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and see if I can use my hackle plier now. These are pretty short. I'm doing all these things to make my first tie really difficult. All for video, right? Now I'm going to tie away from me, pushing the feathers forward. One more time. All right, that should be good. Now see if I can tie off what I've got here. Just going to put some locking thread in here and then come off. Now I'm going to lock in the rest here. I normally just leave these extra feathers in there. My flies aren't pretty. I just try to tie them as best as I can so they stay together and trout don't seem to mind. So now I'm going to try to make a nice little white body behind where it's fairly uniform. Need to tie in some black thread now to lock it in. So I've got my black thread here. I'm going to tie it into the back side. So just try to loop it in here. And once I've got it locked in, time to tie off my white thread. This is where the little needle comes into play. I put my needle in here so I can kind of guide my thread and lock it down. I think I'll tie another one of those in. Dun, 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 dun. now cut off this white thread. Now time to put the finishing touch on, tie the back side, which is black, of my Shio Sakasa Kebari. Shio Kosho Sakasa Kebari. I just like saying kaka, 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 kaka. Maybe that will be my new sound when I tie Kebari. Kaka, 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 kaka. So I leave a bit of white, a bit of black still there, and now I'm going to go ahead and tie off my black thread. And yeah, let's go ahead and put one more in. I could use glue, but cut. All right, I successfully tied my fly. Let's go ahead and I'm going to walk around to the back of the camera, try to get a close-up of it. It's not pretty, but it works. It's my fly. Salt and pepper Sakasa Kebari is easier to say than Shio Kosho Sakasa Kebari. There's a nice breeze coming through the window, so watch this fly blow right out as I do this. Here we go. There's my fly. Catches trout. That's all that I care about. Well, thanks for watching my video. Hopefully you guys all have a great weekend. See ya.